And said, "Why must you always build castles in the sky?" But their father defended the dreamer. The sky is exactly where his castles should be built. He said to the brother, "Your job is to help him build the foundation underneath." Way to go.
It's doing great till I try to lift a sword.
How did you do that?
You never saw Ghost?
Yeah, that was a movie. It took the guy the whole film before he could make an ashtray move.
Been practicing.
Great, well, practice him picking it up then.
Sorry, bro. The manual definitely excludes picking up. See?
You'd be doing what exactly back there, Mr. Chow?
I like this job.
Okay. I'm your guardian angel. I'm not gonna make everybody think you're crazy. So how much work could it be?
Talking to yourself?
I like a good listener.
So, you see my problem back there.
You have pieces from all over China, but there's no order to them.
The collection was willed to me by a client, bless her heart. And Asian antiquities are a huge market lately. But I don't know word one about them. Shang Dynasty, Tang Dynasty. I hired you for your art history background, Mr. Chow. I assume the university in Beijing gave you enough instruction that you can help me catalog those pieces, yes? Yes.
You hear me? With the FBI.
Yeah. Papa here's resisted arrest.
You're very funny.
Yeah, I'm funny. And this here's a singer, ain't that right, Bacha? Yeah, you're gonna sing about where your jewelry is, ain't you? Ain't you?
On the floor. Down.
Jackson's the guy like hook him. Give me a check.
2 weeks following this crew, you'd think a takedown to get a smile.
Heard only one thing gonna make that guy smile. Jian-Wa Chang in a lockup.
I'm in love.
Good morning. Rory Rasmussen, proprietor.
Diana Lai, collector.
May I be of some assistance?
I hope so. I have some pieces I'm interested in selling. If the price is right, of course.
How much brother is thy love, then wine?
The Song of Solomon.
Hey, it's required reading where I come from.
We're going dead, come on.
Patrick Swayze had Demi Moore, and he was dead. I wonder if she knows how to throw pots.
Yearning for freedom, he came to America. But when he is falsely accused of murder, he must run again, searching for the truth. The hunter and the hunted.
So, intriguing. Harrison, what do you think here?
Harrison?
Wow.
You can say that again.
Han Dynasty.
Exactly. Made during the reign of Emperor Jing.
And buried with him.
Mr. Chow is my expert on Chinese history.
They're unearthing artifacts like this from the tombs in Xi'an. These are in remarkable condition.
Yes, the archaeologists there have asked me to sell some items to support their work.
I thought the People's Republic claimed everything that was dug up.
Their provenance is perfectly legitimate, Mr. Chow.
I'm sure it is, but that's not what I asked.
Mr. Chow is still learning the finer details of our trade. Excuse me a moment. If every relic's origin were exposed to the light of day, the entire antiquities trade would disappear overnight. Look, have her show them to you. If you see anything worth a tumble, call me, and I'll have them authenticated.
Care to drive me?
Two-seater.
I take up very little room.
It's not a good idea, Wang.
Don't do this to me, Jian-Wa. Not again.
It's been a while since I've been in this town.
Well, take Jennifer to 16th and turn right.
Okay.
Damn it. Look at that. Pardon me while I'm indiscreet. So you're not a native Washingtonian?
No, I came to town for a run competition at Kennedy Center.
I'm lost. If you'd won, you'd mention it.
Actually, I did win.
Gorgeous and modest. So you're a history expert, you play the violin, you're probably an award-winning architect, a brilliant cook, and a great lover.
Actually, I am a brilliant cook, but I'm not an architect.
We gotta do better. Thanks for your support. Dan, you can catch all the home invasion crews in the world. But unless our section shows some high-profile success, we're gonna get line-itemed right off the next budget.
How can they judge us without giving us more time?
The OMB is looking to cut anything it can. Election pressure.
No one has ever broken a triad. Asian crime's more family knit than the mafia. We need time.
Make Chang a priority. We catch him, we got away right into the triads. Dan, this is the Asian Crimes Task Force, not the Jian-Wa Chang's task force.
I don't see the difference.
Yes, you do. It's called obsession. You're confusing me with Calvin Klein. I'm not obsessed, Walter. Fine. You get a solid lead on Chang, solid, Dan, then you go after him. Otherwise, I suggest that you do what I tell you to do. Unless you'd rather be reassigned back to DEA. No, why change? I'm having so much fun with you guys. Do I look obsessed?
I don't know. Two obsessed people have steam rising from their heads.
Is that bad?
We almost took Marchek's head off. He's right, Dan. If we don't come up with a big bust, the task force is history. And Chang escapes.
You drive very well.
I'm a lousy driver. What do you want with me?
I want you to tell Mr. Rasmussen that my artifacts are legitimate.
Is that why you took your stockings off?
No, I did that because I have good legs, and I wanted you to notice. And you did notice. Good eyes.
You should have your full lunch.
Gives you chills, doesn't it? Look at it in this light. See how it glows.
Beautiful.
Touch.
It's like touching our past. How did you get them?
I'm a smuggler, Mr. Chow. I smuggled them out of China, and it looks like I need your help to sell them. Come with me. Please.
Tell her about me.
What? Tell her the ghost is in love with her?
Why not? Have not the ghost a heart?
Isn't it a little late to discover that?
I always had a heart. I just forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me.
They discovered the figurines. They're my best friends. What you told Rasmussen is right. The PRC claims everything they discover. My friends managed to hide some pieces and smuggle them out to me.
For what?
Figure it out, Harrison. What would you do if your best friends were left behind in China?
They were.
And you didn't try to get them out?
They were killed before I could.
I'm sorry, that was stupid of me.
So, you want to sell the figurines and grease the palms of a few bureaucrats to get your friends out of the country, right?
Bingo. Now the question is, are you going to help convince your boss to buy them?
I don't know. But I'm a whiz at lotus root.
Good. It's for dinner. You learn a lot about your partners by the way they eat.
Oh, we're partners?
Are we going to let Deng Xiaoping crush my friends like he did yours?
We're gonna break the law in at least 2 different countries?
And save my friends? Quite a pickle, isn't it? Promise not to answer until you've had some of my chow piang, Mr. Chow.
If you promise not to try so hard.
I admire a man with restraint. Not one crack about someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Give me time. This is a really nice place.
When you're trading in antiquities, you have to look the part. Wealth attracts wealth. You have a really nice smile, Harrison. Your name's not Harrison, is it?
It's Jian-Wa. I saw a poster of the fugitive before I applied for the job.
Harrison Ford. Now, how many Chinese men do you know with the name Harrison?
How many Chinese women do you know with the name Dinah?
I'm used to it. My real name is Ma Xixing Lai. I left China after Tiananmen Square.
I know the story.
I thought you might. My mother and I left together. She died of typhus before we got out of the country, and there was no money for medicine. I despise Deng and his generals. I will never be that poor again, and I will not leave anyone I care for in that country.
Even if it means breaking the law?
Whose law? Deng's? This country's? Isn't there a higher law?
Nobody move and you won't get hurt.
Here's the figurine.
That's it. That's all we want.
Just take what you want to go!
I know how to pick my knights in shining armors, don't I?
U2 is the third and last exit. Welcome. Heading towards Phoenix 25 on Tech 2.
There's still 3. There's 1 left.
Did you call the police?
I can't. But you should.
We go to the cops. It'll be in the post. Beijing watches the papers here. One mention of this on page B37 and the Chinese government will lock my friends up. I've got to.
You gotta rest that head.
Great. Walter.
Judith, I'm supposed to work this late. What are you doing here?
Thanks. DC cops found a dead body in a parking lot. Some of the prints in the guy's gun belonged to Jian-Wa Chang. Is that big enough to keep us funded?
Do you want some comfrey to help you? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's...
Come back to sleep.
No, stay, please. Please stay. I promise I won't attack you. Boy, that's the first time I've had to say that. Are you? Nah.
Sleep.
Do you mind if I dream of you? Lovely.
I give up. You win. What a surprise. How can I ever hope to compete with a great Jian-Wa?
Why is it always me versus you, Wego?
It's always been me versus you, and you always won. You had the moves. You had the success. You got the girls.
Maybe it's you versus you.
Sure, right. Tell yourself that.
Why do you beat yourself up, Wego? Maybe that's what our ancestors want you to learn. That you're not me. And that's okay.
Meanwhile, you and Dinah live happily ever after.
Good night, Wego.
I love her.
Do you? I think you love the idea of having the woman you think I want. That would make us even somehow.
You do want her. Admit it.
Maybe.
Like a shower.
I need to get to work.
I have needs too. I need you to help me get the figurines back.
From where?
His name is Earl Novak. He's the only dealer I approached with the figurines. His offer was low, so I turned him down.
Now, how do you know he took them?
No one else knew I had them. Look, there's a reason why I went to Earl Novak in the first place. He's been in and out of court over disputed antiquities so many times, he has his own parking spot at the courthouse. Jian-Wa, I'm getting my friends out of China with or without your help.
All right, I'll visit Novak. I'll see if there's any sign of the figurines.
How are you going to do that?
Call him, tell him I need a job.
We'll have to dress you up. That should be fun. And I'll dummy up a resume for you. I know it'll impress Novak. He and I were an item a while back. I was new to this country and I made some mistakes. I thought you should know.
Now I know. I take it you still have his number? Chow. I have an appointment with Mr. Novak.
And call the Kiplingers. Tell them I'm working late. I may have to reschedule. You'd be Mr. Chow.
Yes.
Mrs. Kiplinger, this is Mr. Novak's office. Yes. Can you reschedule?
Drink?
No. You have some nice pieces here.
Better than Rasmussen's, eh? No wonder you want to move on. Working a storefront, and you've got a nice resume. And if we work together, I would benefit from what you learned about Rasmussen's operation.
So Chang's prints were all over this guy Ingram's gun.
Yeah, weird, huh? Unless your guy Chang grabbed Ingram's pistol.
Ingram's last employer was Novak Antiquities. Why would an antiquities dealer need a guy who carries a gun?
One of your figurines was on the table right there.
Was it damaged?
I don't think so. It doesn't make sense.
It's great supposed to make sense.
Well, one of your figurines was in plain sight.
Who knows it's stolen? You, me. Were the others there?
No.
Then there's hope. Novak's office is a fortress. We'd never get the figurines back from that place. But if he's got the others in his home, we've got a chance.
You keep using that word we.
Feels natural. We feel natural.
Judith Phillips, Department of Justice, Mr. Novak?
A pleasure. Please tell me this is social.
I'm afraid not.
Not yet. Please. It's beautiful, isn't it? It was supposed to accompany the Emperor Jing on his journey to the afterlife.
It's gorgeous.
I have 2 others at my house.
I'd like to know why Alex Ingram is dead.
So would I. Paper said he was killed.
He was shot at close range with a 9mm pistol.
Miss Phillips, Ingram was a facilitator. He located artifacts for me and everyone else in the business.
He carried a pistol.
Well, yes, I suppose he did. Miss Phillips, Ingram traveled in Turkey, Romania, Afghanistan, places where doing business is difficult. Look, I have records of our transactions at my home. You could go over them there. No, I wasn't thinking that.
Oh, no, your records just happened to be at home instead of here.
Pieces he found for me are at home. I keep the records with the pieces.
Got any suggestions on how to get past the security system?
We used the code. He gave it to me. One of the privileges of being involved with the great Earl Novak.
Isn't colonialism wonderful? Bingo.
The truth is, I haven't employed Mr. Ingram in months, Miss Phillips.
This way.
Well, I wish I could help you more. That way you'd stay longer.
I can see you love your work. You bring so much of it home with you.
My pieces deserve more than a glance, Miss Phillips. Art should be savored like fine wine. I knew if I was really clever, I could get you to take a glass. Who better than us?
You said you had some papers on Ingram?
Always the professional.
What if you reset the alarm?
Take off your heels
Excuse me?
so you can run.
Oh. For a second I thought... Forget it.
Why don't you take a look at the...
At what?
I was going to show you some of my favorite pieces, but I'm realizing I really can't avoid my dinner engagement. Business before pleasure, you know. But here, take this with you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to be the guy who helped you make the big score. Who knows, you might even say yes to dinner. Listen, I know that you're in the middle of an investigation. There are ethical questions here. But I mean it. When the dust settles, I'd like to see you personally. I will hold you to that smile. Good night.
Night.
National Tech, this is Pamela.
The alarm is real. Someone has been in my house.
Get it.
Don't move! I'm a federal agent!
Federal agent. Hello.
Did she say federal agent?
That's what she said.
How would the feds know anything about the relics?
They're after me. They think I killed two of their men. This guy called the general set me up.
Why?
Because I got in his way. You really know how to pick them.
Oh, I do. For the first time in my life, I think I do. Yeah. Aren't we a couple of angels?
Son David Novak?
Oh, he's a cutie.
Really? You're attracted to the guy.
Call the DMV in this plate, check what they've got. It's a car Chang's traveling in.
What?
I put out an APB.
Hey, now wait a minute.
I'll be back in a minute, Dan. Thank you for coming on such short notice, Mr. Lee. I'm sure your duty's at the
What's so important that I couldn't wait till morning? What is this doing here?
It was seized as evidence at a crime scene.
Where? When? I demand to know.
Mr. Lee, what?
That this belongs to the People's Republic. Whoever brings this to your country is stealing our heritage. These artifacts are not allowed out of China.
Are you familiar with a man named Earl Novak?
Novak.
Tired of driving?
You don't want me to be with you.
Yes, I do. That's what you don't understand. It's safer for us to fly out of Baltimore, Washington than Nashville.
Us?
I'm going with you.
Without your figurines?
Even one of them will raise enough money to do some good for my friends. Besides, how am I going to sell them around here now? It's easy to understand, Jian-Wa. I'm the original American girl. Everything is rented. This car, the house, the suit. Everything. But my feelings for you.
Damn.
Boy, I can hear it coming.
What?
The big crashing sound my heart's about to make.
Dana, you are beautiful.
But not for you. Look, I've lied, I admit it. I've made some wrong choices. I can change. I love you. Fine. We'll drive to the airport and fly in opposite directions.
Just wait.
I'll save it.
Earl Novak's been implicated in customs irregularities more times than I've been thrown off horses. He's been detained at customs on every foreign trip he's ever made, but he always squeaks through. This guy is Teflon. And maybe, just maybe, something's finally gonna stick. I wish I understood the connection to Chang. Why would a guy wanted for murder care about antiquities?
Maybe he cares about someone who cares about antiquities.
What?
That license plate you saw? It belongs to a Jag, XJS, running by Dinah Lai, as in con artist. Her real name is Ma Sixing Lai. Entered the country illegally in 1989. Wanted in California, Washington State, and British Columbia for smuggling.
She's a con artist. What would make her think she could take on a heavy hitter like Novak?
Or maybe that's why she recruited Chang. Let's get going, fellas. We're gonna nail 2 Asian criminals at once, and you can toss in Novak as a door prize. Hey, you get credit for this one, champ. Listen, you take care of Novak, and I'll look into Chang and Lai.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, you're a cop, aren't you?
I'm the right combination. Chinese men always think I'm too American. And American men don't see past their fantasies about Asian women. Thought if only I could find someone caught between China and America.
Dinah, life is long.
Yeah, right.
White zone is for loading and unloading only. There is no parking in the red zone. Vehicles towed at the owner's expense.
Welcome to Baltimore Washington International Airport. We apologize for any inconvenience during our current remodel.
Hey, let's talk. It's important.
Yeah, I'll be right back, okay?
That's what my father said to my mother. He never came back.
I'll be right back. What?
Nice job.
Shut up.
Ooh, touchy, touchy. Maybe the great wushu master cares about the lady after all.
Yeah, maybe I do.
Then do something about it.
I did.
You're letting her walk away. You fool.
Look, I'm on the run, she's on the run. I don't know when she's telling the truth or telling a lie.
Right. It's not perfect, so you're throwing her away. You're still a fool, Jian-Wa. So you're gonna do something about it or what?
Yes!
Happy?
Very. Hey, maybe this will get me and go our ancestors. They go for the self-sacrificing crap.
Maybe.
What are your next 2 departures?
There's 2 tickets to Denver.
You sure?
Feels right, doesn't it?
Dinah Lai stole that figurine from me.
And shot Ingram.
I used Ingram to get him back. It's not my fault he was killed. Hey, I was retrieving my own property. Where is the crime in that? And who brought these charges?
Customs? DC Police O. And a man from the Chinese embassy named Lee. Did you ever hear of him?
Call airport security for me. Have them set up a cordon.
I'm wrapping up Novak.
No, later. Listen, fax a picture of Chang to all the air carriers. The car rental agency spotted Dinah Lai's car at BWI.
Your attention, please. Transcontinental Flight 5 for Chicago, now boarding at Gate 17. This is your final boarding call.
This looks familiar.
This is gonna take my heel off, right?
Yeah.
Out of the blue corridor into the lower level.
No, I'm not letting you go!
No, Dinah, go now!
They're after me too. I got involved with Novak to steal his figurines. I had as much right to them as he did. The archaeologists were made up. I've never met an archaeologist in my life. When Novak's thugs stole the relics, I needed help. I set you up, Jian-Wa. But you knew that, didn't you?
I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've lied my whole life. Survival of the fittest. Oh, but I can change. I can. Please, please believe me.
There he goes around the corner. Don't lose it now. Federation, get down! Move! Get out of the way, Federation! Move, move! Freeze, Danny! Move! Get down, get down!
Dinah, boyfriend run out on you?
I hope so.
What, honor among thieves?
He's not a thief.
I'm sure he'll appreciate your character witness.
He wasn't part of this. I told him I was trying to free people from China. He didn't know anything about my record. I was going to tell him one day. From Belize.
Get her out of here.
Your attention, please. We have a lost child at the Transcon waiting area. Please contact security.
Get out of here. Where have you been? You're supposed to appear when I need your help.
You do need help, bro. Look, she's trying to do something right for a change. Square account. Don't help her blow it.
The woman claims Chang didn't know anything about her scam.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, right, and the shots came from the grassy knoll.
This one's from Novak's office. This one's from Novak's house.
And this little piggy came from the airport.
And the first one I found completes the set.
We are indebted to you.
We lost Chang.
Yes, but we did get 2 major smuggling figures and a diplomatic gratitude to the PRC. Task force lives to see another day.
Too bad about Dinah. She's more my type than I realized.
I feel much better now, Wago.
So things didn't exactly work out. Hey, what you got a heart for? If not to break it every once in a while.
Emotional aerobics.
You'll be okay. You got me, don't you? Speed Racer and Racer X. We're invincible.
Which one of us is Speed Racer?
Racer X is cool and mysterious. You can be Speed Racer.
So why did I call you this time?
You were lonely.
Not lonely. Insane, maybe. No, insane, definitely.
Lonely.
Once there was a boy who was always dreaming. His brother teased him for building castles in the air, but when his brother taught him to build a foundation underneath those castles, together they built castles that were taller and stronger than anyone had ever seen.